Secondly, it builds confidence in the individual and teaches them additional capability. He once again learns there is virtually no impassable terrain to determine well-trained and well-led force. In order to rappel, certain items of mountaineering equipment are essential. First, the Colonel Mount rope. This rope is 150 feet in length and 11 millimeters in diameter, has a tensile strength of 4,800 pounds, and has an additional capability of a lack of elasticity, meaning it will only stretch up to 2% under working conditions. Ranger students are also trained in the use of the Army Mountaineering Kit, or AMK. The AMK is composed of a nylon harness, a figure-8 friction adapter, and a lock and snap link with a tensile strength of 2,000 pounds. Additionally, leather working gloves are worn to protect the hands. In order to rappel, the ranger simply faces the climbing rope with the anchor point on the left-hand side. He secures a bight of rope, inserting it up through the larger lower opening of the figure-8 and into the lock and snap link, which he then tightens. If he has not done so already, the ranger will go ahead and don his leather working gloves. To begin his descent, the ranger simply faces his anchor point and walks backwards down the surface of the cliff. Should the need arise for him to stop during his descent, he'll simply tighten his grip with his right hand, which acts as his brake hand, supports his body weight, and controls his rate of descent. His left hand simply acts as a balancing or stabilizing agent. To continue his descent, the ranger simply loosens his grip with his right hand and continues down the surface of the cliff. In some cases, it may become necessary to haul personnel and equipment up a vertical surface. In order to do so, rangers are instructed in the utilization of the vertical haul line, which is consisting of a large heavy A-frame structure constructed and lashed together at the top of the cliff. It has sufficient rope to reach the ground. The rope is then ran through a locking snap link or a pulley, and the ends of the rope are tied together, creating what is known as an endless rope. On opposite ends of the rope are tied two butterfly knots. To begin his descent, the ranger simply engages his locking snap link and begins his climb to the top. The rangers at the bottom pull down on the rope, assisting in his climb to the top. As he goes up, the next knot comes down, allowing the next ranger to engage his locking snap link and continue his climb to the top. Another type of rappel is the Australian rappel. This type of rappel allows the ranger to face in the direction of his descent. He utilizes his right hand as his brake hand, thus freeing up his left hand to fire his weapon should the need arise. Should a soldier become slightly injured or wounded, all rangers are trained in multiple casualty evacuation techniques. One of these casualty evacuation techniques is the buddy rappel. The casualty is secured to the ranger by means of a nylon runner and a locking snap link to the ranger's own locking snap link. As the ranger descends, should the casualty require additional first aid, the ranger can simply brake and apply it. Once the aid has been applied, the ranger can go ahead and continue his descent down to the ground. Another type of insertion technique the ranger is taught is the fast rope insertion and extraction system, or more commonly referred to as FRIES. The FRIES system consists of a 3-inch diameter hemp rope that is 100 feet in length and secured to an aircraft by means of a modified H-frame. This is done primarily at night. In a few moments, you'll see an aircraft approach the demonstration area. This aircraft is a UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter that has an ACL, or allowable cargo load, of 13 combat-equipped Rangers. In a few moments, you will see a reconnaissance team inserted into the demonstration area on the far side of the pond. In a normal situation, the helicopter has sufficient space to land, but today you'll see a team fast rope on the far side of the pond. The first action you'll observe is the aircraft commander stabilizing his aircraft over the target area. Once the aircraft is stabilized, the rope will be thrown from the aircraft. Once the fast rope has been deployed, the reconnaissance team will begin their descent. Utilizing this method of insertion, a reconnaissance team can be inserted into a heavily vegetated or urban environment in a very short period of time. Ladies and gentlemen, please notice the demonstration area on the far side of the pond. buddy rappel is not the only type of casualty evacuation technique the Ranger is taught. Extraction by hoist utilizes a UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter and a Skedco to lift the casualty straight up and recover him into an aircraft. As you'll notice on the demonstration Skedco located to your front, the casualty is packaged into the Skedco with sufficient rope routed throughout the exterior holes. The rope is then connected and joined above the casualty by means of a locking snap link.